Nicola Sturgeon is facing a fresh crisis after being warned Scots could be faced with huge tax hikes on top of a struggling economy if the SNP pushes ahead with plans for a 4-day working week. Last month at the SNP conference, party members voted overwhelmingly in favor of a 4-day working week by a margin of 1,136 votes to 70, calling on the Scottish government to launch a review of working practices in Scotland, including the possibility of a 4-day week. Scottish employment law is still controlled by Westminster, meaning any policy aimed at reducing working hours could only be introduced by the SNP if the party is victorious in any second independence referendum. The Scottish Conservatives claimed delivering a 4-day working week would cost the NHS an extra £1.5 billion, the education system an £430 million, the police an extra £431 million, the fire service an extra £108 million and the prison service an extra £43 million, all before any required cuts to staff salaries or public services. Scotland's economy grew 16% in the third quarter of the year between July and September, above the 15.5% average rise in the UK over the same period. But over recent weeks, tougher restrictions aimed at curbing the spread of coronavirus have been imposed across much of Scotland, with 11 council areas now under the strictest Level 4 measures. Scottish Economy Secretary Fiona Hyslop also warned Brexit will have an impact on the economy as the UK prepares to cut all ties with the European Union from January 1, 2021. And in the latest dire forecast, the Fraser of Allender Institute think tank warned the Scottish economy may not recover to pre-pandemic levels until September 2023. Maurice Golden, Shadow Cabinet Secretary for the Economy, Fair Work and Culture, warned Scots could be faced with astronomically high tax hikes to pay for the multi-billion-pound 4-day plan from the SNP. He told Express.co.uk, if voters are informed about the potential of hurting the NHS and frontline services, they would be outraged by such a radical increase in costs and the knock-on impact on services and jobs. To raise an additional £2.5 billion with a track record of not growing the economy, it would have to involve hiking taxes, but to such a level they would be astronomically high. The SNP are showing their true colours on reckless economic policy, and it could come back to bite them at the next election.